Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pleb. Well, in today's story, we're going to show you a clip from Australian television which roasts Justin Trudeau. Yes, ever since the Freedom Convoy, Justin Trudeau has been exposed to the entire world as a tyrannical control freak dictator that he is. Ladies and gentlemen, they are literally roasting Trudeau at the other side of the planet. It's just not just the Pleb. It's not just Canadian YouTubers. Even the Australians are getting in on it. You won't want to miss this clip. It's absolutely hilarious. But before we start this video, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the Pleb. Bill C-11 is here. Internet censorship is here. Justin Trudeau wants to control what you see on YouTube. So the way we combat this is subscribe to my channel, put on post notifications so you see when my videos go out. Don't let Trudeau decide what you see. You decide. Subscribe to the Pleb. Let's start with tonight's story. So yes, today's story starts with a clip out of Australia that absolutely roasts and destroys Justin Trudeau. I want to give a quick shout out to these people and say thank you for exposing Justin Trudeau, that it's not just Canadians who are exposing him. We have the likes of Tucker Carlson, American conservative media. Now we have Australian media who has our back in this ever-ending struggle against the tyrannical communist liberal party here in Canada, ladies and gentlemen. Before I roll this clip, though, I really want to show you guys a tweet that I thought was really funny on Twitter. A clip, the tweet here comes from John Mark Taylor saying, it might surprise a lot of people to know that Justin Trudeau is actually well-liked and respected internationally. Well, this tweet got like 270 retweets. You know, a few retweets, decent traction here on this tweet. I wanted to show you guys that clip because I'm about to show you what the rest of the world thinks of Justin Trudeau. Let's roll this clip from Australian television and see what the Aussies have to say about our Prime Minister. All right, let's roll this clip here. So today's clip comes courtesy of Canada Proud. Definitely give them a follow on social media, guys. They do great work promoting conservative content. They put out amazing work. Definitely give them a follow. So the clip is courtesy of them. Let's see what the Australians think of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. All right, let's roll the clip, mate.
Justin Trudeau, of all Western leaders, I think maybe you could say that the unmissed Jacinda Ardern was almost as bad. But Justin Trudeau actually told Canadians, you know, I'm not sure we can live with these fellow citizens who don't agree to take their fifth shot. He talked in dehumanizing terms about fellow Canadians, and now he is pretending that none of that happened. Yeah. I cannot think of a...
He completely denied the mandates. Absolutely denied that he forced Canadians to take them. Thank you for this shout out, Australia.
Time in my life when a politician in such a senior role has tried to memory hole things they said almost yesterday. It is quite scandalous, and I hope that the Canadian voting public, for once, actually noticed this lie.
Yes.
He was absolutely terrible. Like, you're right, in demonizing his own citizens, in dehumanizing them, in portraying them as extremists, as dangerous, as racist, if they wanted their freedoms. And we saw how he treated that truckers convoy. And sadly, Douglas, the media joined in. The media was there with him, lockstep, every step of the way.
That's right. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to point this out a little while ago whilst in a debate in Toronto. The mainstream media in Canada acted as the Amen chorus of Justin Trudeau.
Yes, they all worked in lockstep together. They all got on the same page. They all friggin' repeated the same narrative. They all played on the same team. Thank God we had live streamers on the ground in Ottawa to show us what was happening at the protests and not from the lens of the mainstream media. The live streamers, Viva Fry, Ottawa, you Ottawa Scotty, shout out to all those guys. You saved us. Thank you.
They joined in every single thing he did. Now, normally when a prime minister says, I'm not sure that these sort of Untermensch able to be lived with, the media would regard that as being sort of extremist language and interrogate the prime minister. They didn't. They went for the truckers. Normally, when people are chucked out of the banking system, as people in Canada were, debanked, effectively their lives completely.
Yeah, that's another thing people don't know. People were literally, well, the debanking is still going on now. They're now debanking dissidents in Canada, removing their ability to bank in the country, which is pretty wild. But yes, they froze Canadians' bank accounts who donated like $20 to the Freedom Convoy protests. Absolutely crazy. And the craziest part about that is that information, that list of donors was actually doxed. Yes, it was from hackers doxed it, and they still rolled with that illegally obtained information.
Completely destroyed.
Yes.
The media would be on the side of the people who or at least would be asking questions about how on earth this had happened, the people it was happening to. And again, the Canadian media didn't. They all acted as the amen chorus of the Trudeau government. Well, one reason is that in Canada, the mainstream media is funded by the government.
Yes.
And I made this point on a very major stage in Canada, in Toronto in November. And it didn't surprise me at all that although it made a lot of noise online, none of the Canadian media reported on the event in question. There's a totally corrupt system going on in Canada. My own view is that if Vladimir Putin hadn't have invaded Ukraine the February before last, people would have noticed this a bit more. But little Justin got away with his little mini nasty dictatorial coup in Canada. Yes. And unfortunately, he's getting away with it still. As I say, I hope he doesn't continue to do so.
How awesome is it to see the Australian television standing up for us against Justin Trudeau after everything we went through the mandates, through the trucker protests, everything. It just feels good to have people actually having our back who are not necessarily in Canada. Thank you, Australia. We love you. Let's see what Twitter had to say about this video here of Australian television roasting Justin Trudeau. Our first tweet comes from Bobby's Teeth, who says, it's easy if you control what people see and, more importantly, cannot see on the internet, which he does since ramming Bill C-11 into law. And in a few weeks, you will face financial penalties for disagreeing with him online. I mean, yeah, it might come to a point where you literally get thrown into prison for criticizing our prime minister under these draconian Bill C-11 laws. I don't even want to think about how dark it's going to get under where we're heading here in Canada unless we get a serious change. Our next tweet comes from Jeff Cooper saying, little Justin, the narcissist. Nice the world is seeing Canada for what it really is nowadays. Absolutely agreed. It is good, you know. It felt like forever that like people didn't know what was going on in Canada. People didn't even know about us. No one cared. But ever since those truckers rolled into Ottawa, Canada has kind of been put on center stage. And everybody in Canada knows who we are now. Or sorry, around the world knows who we are now. Our next tweet here comes from Pouet. I remember Australia was one of the worst places to be during the COVID show, just like Chinada. I agree, yes. Didn't they have like concentration camps and quarantine camps in Australia? Things got really dark in Australia too. It wasn't just Canada, it was Australia as well. Our next tweet comes, Bill C-11 will crush videos like this to be sure they aren't seen by the least number of people. Yeah, scary times coming here in Canada with Bill C-11. Who knows? You may not even see me again on YouTube going forward, and I'm not even just trolling or being dramatic. I'm very serious. I may disappear from your YouTube feeds forever. This is where we are heading right now. Either way, I just want to say thank you to Australian television for standing up for Canada. It's not just Tucker Carlson. It's not just conservative media in the United States. It's now Australian media. Thank you so much for having our backs and speaking up against Justin Trudeau. I appreciate it. How about you guys in the comments? Let me know if you guys appreciate Australian television coming out against Justin Trudeau the way they did. What do you guys think of this video? Let me know in the comments, guys. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Pleb. And I will see you guys at the next video.
And as we all know on YouTube, really important, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk soon.